are driven by the finer things. I see more than materials and wealth. What have you got to give to me? What I don't already give myself. You are driven by the...
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. My name is Sydney and I hope you're finding new, beautiful and inventive ways to make sure that you, that person, are living your best life in a fulfilled and illuminated way. So today I want to talk about sacrifices. Now, whether you are religious or not, I'm just going to talk about the Bible very briefly, yeah? Now, they said that the world, and by extension, the whole universe was created in 7 days, yeah? Everything you see around you, everything you can even perceive to be reality was therefore created by God in the first 7 days, okay? Now, with that in mind, the age of creation, by that logic, is over, right? Everything was created in the first 7 days. Now, everything from when the first 7 days ended until now, there has been no additional creation. So, if you're watching me on the phone, all these things were created by small different components from the universe. Even yourself, you probably don't even come from this planet originally, because everything that made you and your parents and your parents' parents and all your ancestors probably came from space debris. That was from maybe billions of years ago. All of us, we were created by God's creation. They created everything. Therefore, we are a creation of God. Now, if you believe that, which a lot of us do, then the age of creation is over. So, now that the age of creation is over, that means that anything possible can be created or has already been created. Creation, therefore, is merely a principle. We find things, we shape them together, and we create more things. But technically, we are not actually creating anything new. We are created things which have already been created, therefore we're molding or sculpting something, we're infusing something, we're doing the state of alchemy in certain things. Now, the importance is, when it comes to our imagination and what we truly want to be in the future, anything technically is possible, because everything has been created. So anything you're thinking in your mind can technically be done. For example, matter is not destroyed, it merely takes a new form. For example, let's see, you have water as a liquid, yeah? You burn that to 100 degrees Celsius, and what happens to it? It turns into steam. That water is never truly lost, it just merely takes on a new form. Now, with this episode, I just want to talk about how we use creation in order to cultivate and create a better life within us. Now, with sacrifices, we have a lot of ideas, we have a lot of thoughts, and we're willing to do it. But what we need to realize is the age of creation is over. What are you therefore willing to compromise on in order to get to your goals? Now, since that everything has been created, if you wanted a house in Lewisham, South London, for example, you can imagine that to be true. You can imagine, I want to have this much windows, this many rooms, I want to have a swimming pool. You can have all these thoughts, and you can make a spider diagram. But the thing is, you need to realize that since the age of creation is over, you might realize that your house in Lewisham may not be 3 bedrooms. It may not be on the right road that you want. It might not be in a cul-de-sac, because these things have already been created in one way, shape, or form. There was a point in my life where I was like, I wanted a specific car. You know, I wanted this car, I wanted it in blue, I wanted it with a big engine, I wanted it with certain rims, I wanted all these things. But then I thought to myself, this cannot truly happen because this car has not been made yet. Now, as a result, the car I wanted was discontinued. So if the car is discontinued, then I can't technically or feasibly have that car if it hasn't been made. So I realized that I had to make certain sacrifices in order to get the car that I want. Sorry, I thought I had a noise. I had to make certain sacrifices in order to make sure that I have the car that I want. Now, if you want something really bad and you're really minute to the details, then there is a strong chance that you might not get everything that you want. You might get 9 out of 10 things, but there will have to be some things that you will need to sacrifice in order to get to your true desires. For example, it's quite difficult. It's just like, for example, saying I want a bus to come in 15 minutes exactly. Now, the bus schedule's been made, the bus drivers have been paid, they drive their timetables and the shifts. The bus comes in 16 minutes instead of 15 minutes, you have to sacrifice that. Although you want the bus to come at a certain time, the world around you has different plans, so therefore you need to settle with this. So, when you write your plans, just make sure that you have a little wiggle room. You might not get exactly what you want, you might not get exactly what you want, but be happy and grateful, and think of it as a progressive state of mind to accept everything that you are getting and receiving, and also appreciate the fact that you might not get everything that you want to a pinpoint precision. Now I'm saying this because the aim of this episode was to talk more about acceptance. Now, we might look at our lives and just say to ourselves, we don't have exactly what we want, you know, and it might get us disheartened. We might get something and be like, I don't want it. You know, we strive for this level of perfectionism, but what is true perfectionism? Sometimes perfectionism is something we see in our mind, which you can't actually throw into reality because we don't even know what perfection is ourselves. So, when I talk about sacrifices, I talk more about acceptance. I'm talking about gratitude. Everything that you have, you can use. Everything is a teacher. Everything gives you lessons, yeah? So what are you doing with those lessons to make sure that whatever you receive and manifest and cultivate is tailored to you? And even if it isn't tailored to you and you have a different thought in mind, how can you use it as a means for it to be unique to you? So my gift for you for after this episode is just to think, what do I truly want in my life? What am I willing to sacrifice? And can I still have a means to love, appreciate, and accept it if it's not exactly the way that I intended it to be? This has been a new episode of Illuminated DiiSCLAIMER. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, and as usual, like, subscribe. If you have any comments, please let me know downstairs as well. And until the next one, just please find more ways to find illumination in your path. Take care.